I'm Chronix, and this is Crystal from the most extreme wrestling, and this is your Raw review for June 10th, 2013. WWE Payback is this Sunday.
We're all super excited.
We're all excited for that 3 stages of hell match, but first we start off with the promo package, recapping what happened last week with Stephanie McMahon returning, Vince McMahon returning, and them turning heel and being bad guys, and we're supposed to root for Triple H to have matches with new guys and stuff. But
which doesn't even really make sense.
But Triple H, he still wants to fight, and just like last week, he's like, I'm having this match with Curtis Axel. I just gotta have this match. He's so determined. Out of all the people he could be so focused on, it's him. For whatever reason.
Something to him?
Oh, because he lost by countout.
Yeah.
So
what started it to begin with?
Well, he just had a match, I guess, and he had a concussion or fake concussion.
No, he didn't have a match just because against Axel. I thought something triggered it.
I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. I just remember his giant concussion thing.
Well, I remember that.
And then he came back, but he wasn't supposed to. Anyways, now he wants to have another match for whatever reason.
Yes.
And they're not going to allow it,
That's right.
Even though he's cleared to do it or something. They don't want it to happen anyways this week.
No.
But it's scheduled. So Triple H, he comes out there, fully cleared, 100%, even in storyline, it's, oh my god, he's perfect to go, right? Has the match, well, kind of, and then Vince McMahon comes out and says this is a disqualification.
Yeah.
DQ. They restart the match because Triple H has the authority to tell the ring bell guy to redo it as well.
So then Vince comes back one more time, tells him it's because of forfeit it's gone. Then Triple H comes back and was like, no, we're going to restart the match.
Iron Man match. 60
Iron
minutes.
Man match. And then, this part was actually funny. The whole beginning part of this was stupid, but then this part was funny. Vince McMahon came down, and he took the guy's microphone, and he took the guy's bell, and then he walked off. And I was like, that's how you win an argument.
That's true. I guess you can't have a match if there's no ring bell, right?
Right, and he said, you're going to need another microphone, and you're going to need another bell, and then he took it and he walked off.
At first I thought this whole segment was really stupid, but then it was funny.
Yes, the end was funny and made up for the stupidity of the rest of the match.
That any of it made any sense.
It did not make any sense.
Or was an awesome storyline. But it was entertaining enough. So I laughed.
Yes. At this point, is this when we have the cut back to the Stephanie scene behind stage? Yeah, she was right there.
Yeah, Vince isn't getting any younger.
So, this is the part that was disgusting on Twitter, some people. Because I said a long time ago, when everybody was talking about, oh, it's going to be super cool if Stephanie McMahon comes back, because the McMahon-Helmsley era, and all this. And I said, no, it will not be cool, because she's a mom now. And once you go down the mom road, then it's like, that has to be your whole storyline.
Well, for her, I guess.
I'm just saying, I knew that there was no way they could get around doing that.
Yeah.
I said, no, if Stephanie comes back, she's just going to start crying and pleading for her children all the time, and it's going to be lame.
The thing is, she cried and pleaded before, and she was always whiny back in the McMahon-Helmsley era. She evolved, however, going into 2004 and everything, into this smart, crude businesswoman who...
And that is the Stephanie that I know.
Yeah, she didn't take any crap.
Right.
She evolved. But all of a sudden, she comes back, and she had all those workout photos, and she's in great shape, and she's like, I'm going to beat you up, and...
crying to Triple H, don't hurt my daddy. You need to think of our little children.
Because...
Please don't hurt him. Think of the kids.
And all the stuff
that...
All the stuff that she did, on YouTube, and, for the past several years in real life, building it up as, I'm a smart, successful businesswoman, and all this crap, and they just take it all... Oh, yes. we're going this real approach. Oh, forget that. Let's forget that. Stephanie is a whiny little complainer who can't take care of herself.
I told you.
I mean,
I told you it was coming. I just want to do the I was right, victory speech.
Well, we should have known this with the whole Brock Lesnar thing because she was kind of like that on that storyline as well.
Yes, I was.
She was.
Oh, she was.
We're talking about Stephanie.
My bad.
Anyways, whatever.
I just wanted to say that.
United States Champion, Dean Ambrose versus Kane. And I thought, like I said earlier, that you couldn't have a match because you can't have a match if you got no bell to ring, right? Well, there was no bell to be heard or seen, and yet they still did the match.
But then they brought a bell out in the middle of the match.
Yeah, later. So they started the match without a bell ringing, which was hurting my brain because we've been conditioned our entire lives to the match doesn't start until the bell rings. Bell to bell is the match, and
I thought it was fine. It didn't bother me.
The bell doesn't ring. It has to ring after. It's like if a dude came out with a forklift and took the ring away and was like, "All right, well, I guess we'll still have a match in the same area." Like, I don't know. It just bothered me because there's some things you just can't mess with, you know.
Okay.
That's like being like, "Oh, we don't have to count to 3 anymore. We'll just count to 7." Like, why not? Who cares? But whatever. The bell came back, and I was put at ease. But Kane and Dean Ambrose had a pretty good match until a disqualification. Oh, gosh. But Orton and Bryan came to save, and there's 3 guys in the ring, and there's the Shield out there, and thank God Teddy Long wasn't anywhere to be seen, because you know he would have said, "Well, playa, we gotta have us a 6-man tag because it's SmackDown, and we do that here." But that didn't happen. And then they have a WWE poll. Most likely.
This is the most believable poll I have ever seen.
And you know what? Now I might have tuned it out, but I really don't remember hearing about the WWE app one time.
They said it like 6 times.
I didn't hear it. Because, I guess I'm used to hearing every single solitary second. If I missed it a few times, but I didn't hear about it as much.
They showed the little screenshots.
Well, they did show the Raw Active. Well, I guess it's the same thing. Whatever. And, anyways, so they don't have that, but they have this Daniel Bryan, who's he going to face, and the poll was Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins, which is, like a much better,
most believable poll I've ever seen.
Even though it was like, who should he face left out of this tag team, or this, what is it called? Faction or whatever, which there's only 2 options anyway, so, but I don't care. It was cool to see Seth Rollins win the poll, and yes, and they had a good match, a really good match that I liked. And you continue with having more of these matches with the Shield and everything. Like, all the Shield members basically had a match, and all of Hell No had a match, so they keep having, like, all this stuff with them, and that's great to see them so involved on the show.
It is good. I'm sorry I'm distracted because the cats are just jumping up and down off the washing machine and trying to get at something, and I don't know what they're doing.
They go insane when I bring out the camera. I don't know what the deal is. It really irritates me.
They're literally like jumping on the washing machine, off the washing machine, on, off. I don't know what's happening.
It just...
Maybe there's something behind the washing machine.
Probably. We find out that Fandango has a concussion. I don't know if it's a real concussion because everyone has real concussions. Everyone has fake concussions. It's like Concussion City.
It is.
Oh my gosh. There's so many freaking concussions. It makes me like cringe. It's like, oh my gosh, the next guy that gets in the ring, is he going to get a concussion too? I mean, my God. It's just insane.
Mick Foley would feel at home.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Concussion City.
Yeah.
He could come get a concussion too. It's like his favorite pastime.
But Fandango is gone.
He is.
So, The Miz and Cody Rhodes has a match. The Miz wins.
Yes.
With the figure 4, which the crowd likes.
I'm so excited to see The Miz again. I just like seeing The Miz. Wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
And doing stuff.
I just can't stand that Miz TV. I think that was a severe blow to the nether regions for him.
I think that's gone now, though. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, since last week. They just didn't do it on Raw. It'll be sure to come back when they have something pointless to plug or whatever.
Well, I still like seeing The Miz.
Anyway, since Dude has concussion, they're going to have a triple threat at Payback for the Intercontinental Championship. Wade Barrett Curtis Axel and The Miz.
Well, because they were going to have a triple threat, but then Fandango had a concussion.
Yeah, but Curtis Axel's like, I'm so special.
Now Curtis Axel is here, announced by Paul Heyman, using all his Mr. Perfect promos that he doesn't like Mr. Perfect, but he uses all his promos.
he just accomplished more than any one of those people ever.
Whatever, it's stupid.
Anyways, so, yes. Stephanie and Vince are complaining, and Vince. It was actually a funny segment because Vince was turned around and he wasn't looking at Stephanie, and Stephanie was complaining, and that made me laugh.
Did it?
Yes.
It didn't really make me laugh.
I liked it.
I did not laugh on that part.
Chris Jericho cut a promo. He says that he's the best in the world at what he does, and Punk. Oh god, it's the same freaking promo. Like they've had like 3 matches or whatever. Like one at WrestleMania, one somewhere else, and then this one.
Yeah.
It's coming up at the pay-per-view. Same promos, too. So there you go. But Dolph Ziggler returns.
Woo!
The World Heavyweight Champion. He's
we were
back.
Very excited.
What is he back from? His concussion.
A real concussion given to him by the incredibly sucky Jack Swagger.
Yes, indeed. Well... The fans welcome back Dolph Ziggler.
And I liked his promo. He was like, the name was hardly in the plate before it almost got all taken away from me.
What do you mean it was barely in the plate? What kind
Like, it was barely engraved. He was holding the belt. Sorry, this is the belt. It was barely engraved in the belt.
Why'd you say plate?
Nameplate. I meant to say nameplate.
Oh. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Well, I liked his promo.
Well, I get it. Well, yeah, I liked it too. But the fans... in the arena, greeted him with what chants? And I was like, that's the way you support your guy? Poor guy.
Supposed to be a heel.
I know, but the what chants, it kills the moment.
I don't mind the what chants.
Well, if you had to
Part
live...
of the rhythm of the promo.
Yeah, it's become that way out of... just... no. I don't like it. But, he's like... So, do you have ring rust there, Dolph Ziggler? We should have a match. And Dolph Ziggler's like, yes, we should have a match.
No, you didn't. You want a match? You got a match.
I was getting there.
Okay.
Against Big E Langston. So, Big E Langston, he wins. And the crowd is absolutely hyped for this match, which was pretty crazy. I was surprised.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I liked it.
It was, yeah, it's pretty good.
Anyways, Del Rio, assisted.
Somehow, Del Rio came out, distracted him or something, I don't know.
Now, we get Sin Cara.
Oh, this is the point at which I fell asleep.
You
did.
I
had an hour nap. Which made Raw much more enjoyable because it was only 2 hours.
I might have to try that.
I just want to point that out.
So, Sin Cara, he does get pyros this time, but he does not get the mood lighting. So, the mood lighting, I think, might officially be dead.
I'm glad.
I think it died.
Stupid.
I think it died on that SmackDown match 2 weeks ago against...
I think I used to think it was cool, but it got dumb.
Curtis Axel. But anyways, so Cesaro. Oh, and we have that guy, Zeb Coulter. Zeb Coulter is on commentary, and Zeb Coulter was questioning... Sin Cara, and he shouldn't be in America, and he doesn't speak English, he wears a mask.
Well, yeah.
He's being very...
That's fitting to the Zeb Coulter.
He was being very
character.
Xenophobic? Is that the word?
Yeah, but I don't think that's quite applicable.
I don't think that's quite applicable.
I think that xenophobic applies more to let me look it up.
Nationalities?
I think.
Anyways.
I'm not 100% sure, but I shall look it up.
Anyways, so I thought that was funny. It was they go so overboard with it, but it's they're just trying to draw attention to it or whatever. I don't know.
Fear and hatred of strangers or foreigners, or of anything that is strange or foreign. That is correct.
Xenophobic.
I was just not completely sure because the only time I've ever heard it used is when on science fiction shows talking about alien races. So I wasn't sure if it applied to the human.
You thought it was only for aliens, perhaps?
You know what? There could be a word for that.
You think it was fear of xylophones?
I never thought it was fear of xylophones. That's probably what you thought.
Why would I think that? Because I'm stupid?
No, because you just came up with it just now.
Because I'm just so smart and quick-witted, like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. But anyways, I'm just saying, dude knows how to make people mad.
Right.
Alright, so, and Cesaro hits a neutralizer, and I want to hit this point right quick. So many people are so impressed with the neutralizer move.
What is it?
It's like you get them in a pile drive position, and then you just throw them on their face.
Sounds uninteresting.
Okay, so people are like, oh, we did it to the Big Show, or what? I did it to the Great Khali, and I'm like, but that's not an impressive move. Like, yeah, those guys are huge, but they can jump up, and all he has to do is hold their weight and then just drop it. It's not like he's power bombing them. It's not even like, I mean, yeah, and it's not like he's overhead body pressing them. You could do that move to anybody with just a little bit of cooperation. Like, really? Come on. Balancing weight is not hard. It's just not. Like,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'll take your word for it.
Try it. It's not a hard move. Well, don't try it. I don't want you to kill anybody.
Don't try this at home.
But just trust me. Alright. Now, Hardy's advertisement segments galore.
Yes, there's one in particular we should talk about later, but it's not right now.
Well, so, yeah, Vicky Guerrero and Brad Maddox were... Where has he been?
Oh, I forgot about him.
And Vicky Guerrero, where's she been?
Yeah.
Whatever. They're back, and they're promoting Hardy's and all that crap. So, Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns got this match because that was all that was left in the poll or whatever, so automatically Randy Orton got the other guy. I thought it was going to be a pretty good match, like an interesting match, but it was kind of boring, unfortunately. And yes, it ended in a no contest. Why, I don't know, and I don't care. Then Daniel Bryan has his match with Seth Rollins, which was awesome. Why is Daniel Bryan not in the main event?
I don't know. I was sleeping.
But people go insane. They chant his name, they love him, and it's not like it was just something that happened and people liked him and then they were over it. No, it's staying power with him.
It's true.
And people are just going nuts, man. He's just so good.
I mean, he's good. I don't have the love affair that you have with
I don't
him,
have a
but
love affair.
he's just so good.
Just saying. Nobody else gets reactions like that. Constantly.
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay.
So there you go. Except for your hatred of Mick Foley. That's the only thing that's not, you know what I'm saying. But Daniel Bryan won, so hooray, hooray. And Caitlyn.
Oh, this is what I woke up to.
Finally,
Caitlyn's
after
secret admirer.
all this time, we have been waiting patiently. I mean, not even patiently.
I
have been just...
didn't realize the storyline was going on.
I was just, I just wanted to know so freaking bad who it was. And here he comes. It's Big E Langston. And she looks shocked.
Uncertain.
Uncertain.
Yeah.
Kind of like, really you? Because you're a bad guy and you like me? What? And then, they got close. He had flowers.
He did give her the flowers.
They looked like they were going to have a little kiss.
He actually did it pretty well. Because you're thinking the whole time that he's going to, throw her or something.
Uh-huh.
And then he grabbed her head and he moves, but he's just putting her in the kissing down position.
And she looked incredibly awkward for whatever reason.
She looked like she was giggling.
Well, she was like...
No, because she kept, jerking her shoulders. I think she was laughing for real and the cameras just weren't showing it. But
I don't know.
That's just what I thought. But anyways, and then he dropped her.
And then AJ came down.
And I was like, yeah!
Taunted. Looks like we're going to have a new Divas champion in AJ. That'd be so awesome.
Hold on, I wrote down her insult because I thought it was great. I plan to reuse it someday. She said, "You are a pathetic, useless, unlovable cow."
Ouch.
I thought that was nice.
You know
I was
what?
Like, you go, girl.
That segment was kind of actually funny, and I was surprised.
It was. I liked
because,
it.
It opens the door for their rivalry and everything.
Yeah, because when I woke up, I thought, wow, this is really stupid. But then it got interesting.
But
you know
what would have made this even better? Would have made it great.
Wait, I know. If Mick Foley jumped off of something.
No! If Zeb Coulter would have been on commentary during this, they would have been...
That would have been too far, though.
He wouldn't even had to say, like, he could have just insinuated that he didn't like it.
No, it would have been
They
too
could have
far.
made it on the news. I mean, it would have been...
Too far. Too far. No,
it would have
too far.
been... It would have been... It would have been crazy.
It would have been too far.
You think so? They couldn't,
I think
they
so.
couldn't have said anything?
I don't think they could have said anything without getting in so much trouble.
I just imagine that, but it was good stuff. Like, I really believed that they were going to make out and that they were going to be together. I wasn't even thinking about AJ.
I didn't think about AJ.
I don't even know.
And then she came out, and I was like, that was brilliant.
I should have known.
Like, she made her feel unloved and bad in front of everybody and embarrassed.
I should have known that AJ was going to come out. But
AJ is like an evil genius. I like her a lot.
She's like an early Stephanie McMahon.
I'll wait till she turns into the crying mother. See? Makes you a little nauseous, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I don't want no crying mother around me.
Well, I mean, Stephanie McMahon.
Well, I can't help that.
You defended that forever.
I tried to lock that down many years ago, but I was unsuccessful. You know?
What?
Huh? Never mind. So, what?
Okay, go ahead.
She got married to Triple H, and they had babies. I didn't make it into the wrestling game quick enough.
It took you too long to grow out your hair.
Yeah. And she fell for Triple H, and I was still like 16. And I just didn't have a chance. But
sorry.
Held out for so long. But okay, so they have the Hardys thing again.
Oh yes, this is the important Hardys ad. I wrote it down. I thought,
you did. It's right there.
They had this Hardee's burger in front of Jerry the King Lawler. And they kept talking about how it had 3 times the bacon and 3 times the cheese. And while I will admit that I liked the Hardee's burgers because I've had them before, every time I ate it, it made me sick because it was so full of like grease and fat and bacon and cheese. And I'm just sitting there looking at Jerry the King with this burger in front of him.
And the look on his face,
like,
he's like...
I want to eat it so bad. And I was like, dude, you had a heart attack and you died.
It's
like,
true, he died
3 months ago.
That was like, more like, almost like 8 months probably.
8 months ago. Less than a year, you died. And now the people you work for got you staring at a triple cheese, triple bacon burger. That is not okay. Number one, I'm pretty sure he probably didn't eat like that anymore because he probably doesn't want to die again.
Die again. See, you can't say that about most people.
I know.
Die again.
I know. And it's like, why would you do that? And that is bad advertising for Hardee's anyways.
Well, they're not the ones that gave him a heart attack.
I know, but Jerry the King's like, I love these burgers.
Like you
I'm like, you just had a heart attack.
No, because you could have put a caption over that dude's face like, I'm gonna eat this. Like, he looked like he was gonna go to town on that thing. Like, there was not a soul in that arena but him and that burger. But anyways,
I just couldn't believe it. And it was like you could have put it in front of any of the other 2 announcers.
I know, but see, they're probably doing that just to get some laughs on the inside.
I'm just like, dude.
Because obviously Jerry the King Lawler is not offended that people make jokes about his death and stuff.
Obviously not, which is like good for him, but dude.
Yeah, it was some inside
and it
joke.
wasn't just a burger. It was like a triple bacon, triple cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But anyways, go ahead.
Anyways, so, yeah. We had Damian Sandow versus R-Truth, and Damian Sandow
I was
won.
like, whoa, R-Truth?
Won with a rock bottom? Or what is that move?
I don't know what he calls it.
It's like the Matt Hardy finisher.
He calls it something about his name, like the Sandowizer or something like that.
Sandalizer?
It was something like that.
I don't know about all that. The Sandalizer. So scintillating, the Sandalizer. But anyway, Sheamus runs down, whatever. They Triple H and Stephanie and Vince.
Now this is where like Stephanie came back and now she was cool again.
Yeah.
Because she was like screaming at at the boys.
And she was conniving, and she had a plan, and she was thinking.
So, like, this was cool Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why we had, like, whiny Stephanie.
And baby, I got a baby.
I gotta protect my baby Stephanie, and then we got, like, cool Stephanie. So I don't understand, like, where they're gonna go with the character, or what they were thinking.
It was like they took, like, a whole bunch of storyline time and went...
But I actually liked the end segment. Stephanie was cool. I thought it was pretty funny. They did, like, the group hug thing.
They did the hug it out. So because of Daniel Bryan's awesomeness, they had to take his stuff away from him, you know what I'm saying?
Kind of, yeah.
So,
and they had these two giant dudes being like, I'm not gonna hug you, why won't you hug me?
and then they did like the arguing back and forth, but like, oh, I'm gonna have the match next week. No, I don't really feel like it no more.
That's pretty much, right?
I don't want to have it no more.
Triple H straight up almost went like, I don't want it.
Exactly.
I don't want it.
We'll know you'll grow up eventually someday, Triple H. I mean, what the crap is that?
I mean, yeah, and Vince was like, I want better for you, my son. It was...
but it was entertaining.
I did like the end segment. It's still retarded, but it was entertaining and I liked it.
I shouldn't use that word. It's not nice.
I'm sorry.
But,
I did not mean that offensively.
But yeah, it made no sense. But anyways, now we have like the lumberjack segment or whatever. It's like...
Oh crap, I even forgot about this.
Ryback and Cena are staring off at each other, and they have the lumberjacks to make sure they don't fight. Well, of course they fight. And in
Cena
Grand
actually
Faction.
did a pretty cool move because they had the lumberjacks all putting him back in the different corners, and Cena like ran and did like a flying elbow drop into the giant pile of dudes, and it was actually like pretty cool looking. But that was the only cool part.
I actually thought that Cena's promo was good, and I thought that Ryback's was alright, but then the fans like was hating on him so much and booing him and saying this sucks and everything, but he kind of came out of it a little bit, and I think that he actually pulled off a pretty decent promo towards the end.
I didn't like it
I think so. I didn't think it was terrible.
I thought it was kind of stupid.
I didn't think it was terrible, and like they had a little good back and forth, and I mean, I'm not like terribly interested in their match, but I mean, that didn't do anything to hurt it, I don't think.
Yeah, Cena's promo was pretty good.
I at least will remember the match is happening now.
You know that's true. That's
I have an ambulance.
It's the Patrick siren.
Yeah, I won't be able to forget that now. Yeah.
The maniacs in the mailbox.
But I'm in the mailbox.
Ah!
But yeah, that was Raw. I'm going straight into the pay-per-view.
That's right. We should have a special guest.
We should.
To do our pay-per-view predictions with us.
And I told people I was going to talk about the TNA pay-per-view, and I didn't make that video. Whoops. I did watch some of it, and I plan on talking with this person.
With a special guest?
With a special guest. It's a new special guest.
Brand new. Never seen before on YouTube.
Never seen. No.
But anyways, well, hopefully that'll work out. Hopefully he doesn't flake on us after we promote this.
Yeah, because then I'll have to do the TNA thing by myself. That's like strange territory walking in there.
You can do it with me.
Yeah,
I'll just tell you how much it sucks.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to do it with you.
You'll be like, this guy in TNA, and I'll be like, he sucks.
Yeah, you will. Yep. But that was Raw. I actually thought it was pretty entertaining.
I enjoyed Raw this week. I think because I shortened it for myself, but I still enjoyed it.
That's true. You slept through an hour of it, which I could have done.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll see you very soon.